Here we go.
One.
Welcome in to Sport Talk with D-Wall, episode number 9. Thanks for joining. And I've got me a guest. I got me a special guest. He's back. He's back for some more. I was getting calls and texts about him. Welcome in, Kason Boschke.
Well, I'm back, and I got my Memphis jersey on.
Oh, yeah.
Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant. Hope he doesn't get traded. And that's it.
Got your new headset on?
Yeah.
Looks good. I like it. All right. Well, on this show, we're going to cover some football. We're going to talk about college basketball, some NFL, some hockey, some NBA. And with that, we're going to jump on into it. All right. News of the week. Auburn has fired Hugh Freeze. He was there for 2 weeks. He got fired last Sunday, I believe. So I was going to get your take, Kason, on him being out the door, soon.
They fired him way too quick,
Yeah.
Last time, or not last time, this about happens every time. They'll keep the coach 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 years if they're lucky. But if they're impatient with him, 2 years. And he's out the door.
Yeah, that's what happened there. I think it's just hard to really build a program if you're always getting new coaches every 2 to 3 years. So I'd be curious what goes on with that. If Coach Freeze goes somewhere else, I'll be curious if a team can pick him up, if he can stay at the high level or if he needs to drop down a little bit and then come back when he's ready.
Yep. Not good, but
yeah. So some other news for the Braves, for all the fans out there that watch baseball. The Braves have hired Walt Weiss as the new manager, and he is starting to hire his coaches that he wants to be on the staff. A third base coach has been hired, so he's got 2 new guys coming in. So I'm curious about that. Hopefully, Walt Weiss can get this program turned around. I feel like maybe he's a man for the job. So I'm liking the changes, and I'm looking forward to the springtime and we get some baseball going.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we're just going to jump on anything. We got a lot to cover in this show. So we're going to talk about some college football week 11. So I'm going to jump into this a little bit, and I'll get your take on some of this. So LSU at Alabama. It was a night game, 7:30 ABC. Bama is now 8-1 after the win. They look good. LSU didn't seem to have a chance. What would you take on that game?
Well, I didn't watch much of it, but the score was only 20-9, and it's only field goals for LSU. They couldn't do anything.
Yeah, when I was watching it, that's what it was. There was a bunch of field goals for LSU. They had the ball and they were driving a few times. They just couldn't get in the end zone. Alabama's they're a good team. They're going to be tough to beat. Late in the year, there wasn't a lot that game's got to talk about. Just one of those night games in Alabama, and it's hard to win down there, and that's what the LSU saw Saturday night. All right, so Texas A&M at Missouri. That game was at 3:30. A&M gets out front, looks great. I think they might be one of the best teams in the league. They're looking strong. I didn't watch a lot of it, but from parts I did see, it was a game that they got out front, and they just took care of business on that.
Yep, their quarterback, Marcel Reed, he's good.
Okay.
And their running back, Le'Veon Moss, is also good.
Okay, so that's a team to watch for sure. They got some good players. So I'll be curious as their schedule comes to an end, if they can, finish unbeaten. That would be that'd be pretty cool to see. All right, here we go. So Auburn at Vandy. This is probably the best game of the day, I thought. If it came on at 4:00. Vandy's got 2 losses, and so they're in the all black. It looked all right. I just thought these teams like the all one color. What's your take on these teams that were all one color, Kason?
Well, depends what the color is. If it's like a real bright color, then it's not gonna look too good. Like, let's say you wear all orange, or like Miami wears an all orange uniform, then no. But certain teams can pull it off with certain colors.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. So Auburn's in, they're out front, they're leading to the first half, and then here comes Vandy, deep pass in the third quarter to take the lead. And
Mhm.
then fourth quarter comes around. Auburn scores with 5:27 to go in the fourth. Amazing one hand catch. That dude caught that thing one handed. You may have
Oh.
seen it. It was strong. I was watching it live, and it was an impressive catch. And then he does it
Oh.
again. The same receiver does it again, and so they go for two, and he catches another one. One hand snag.
Dang.
Just unbelievable. And then he had a little something to say after he caught him, and I don't blame him. That was impressive. So they go for
Yes.
two, they get it. So Vandy gets the ball late. I want to get your take on this here in just a second. Vandy gets the ball late and they start driving, and it is fourth down. So as a coach, you know, if you were the coach, would you go for on fourth down when you could, get the points, or do you get the points, or do you go for it on fourth down, which they didn't get it, so then went to overtime? So what would you take on going for it on fourth down when you get the points?
I mean, if well, depends what the situation. Like the situation they're in, I just take the point. I would chew clock as I'm getting ready to kick the field goal, and then I'll take the points and you know play good defense, not let them out of bounds.
Yeah, I agree with that. So they gave it to Pavia. Pavia ran the ball and he kind of stumbled. It didn't look good at all. So they goes to fourth down. Auburn throws a couple of hail. They toss the ball, try to score a touchdown, and in the fourth doesn't work out. So it goes to overtime,
Hmm.
and then Auburn. So then Auburn goes down there, don't do nothing, and then Vandy goes down, or Vandy scores a touchdown, and then Auburn, gets the ball, and they don't do nothing. And Vandy gets the win. They survive. They move on. They're off next week, and they got Kentucky. Then they got Tennessee. So, Kason, what is your take on this team? Can they win the next two? And when they go to Tennessee, is that going to be the biggest game of the year for them? The biggest game ever? Can they knock off the Vols and be a two-loss team and get into the playoffs?
Well, no, Tennessee season's pretty much over, so they can beat them. They can be in that conversation, being
Right.
in the playoffs. But if they can't beat them, then it would be Tennessee. If Tennessee wins that game, they would have a higher chance of making it to the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, that's
Because
true.
they're
That's
both be three lost teams. If
yeah. Yeah, so I
lost.
like for Vandy, I hope they do well or whatever. But as a Tennessee fan, I hope they beat. Hope next week that they beat Kentucky in 2 weeks, and then when they go play Tennessee, hopefully Tennessee takes care of that. But Pavia, little update on the Heisman, he had a really good game, and as long as they keep winning, then I feel like he's a candidate. But if they start losing, it's hard to win the Heisman if you are losing games.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think he threw for 300 something yards, had touchdown passes, and he really looked good. I felt like he was pretty humble about it. He didn't strike the pose or anything during the game, so I feel like
Nope.
maybe he's really starting to think about it a little bit more, and he's starting to perform. And I don't love the guy, but I think he's got a lot of talent. And when guys got talent, you got to respect it, and you got to give him credit where credit's due.
Yep. But he'll be good in college, but I'm not sure if he's gonna be good in the NFL. He's short. He's fast though.
Yeah, I think he's a good college player, but you won't hear his name much at the next level. That's just how it is with these players. That's just how it goes. And
Only
hopefully,
so many people can make it.
yeah, only so many people can. There's only so many spots out there in the field for these guys to play, and only a few guys can make it. All right, Oregon at Iowa. It was rainy. It was cold. Iowa's in the all black. Low scoring game. I thought it'd be a little high tempo. I was hoping it'd be high tempo with Oregon, but I guess the weatherman kind of slowed them down a little bit. Oregon didn't look great, and this game was also very good. It's on CBS, 3:30
Yep.
start. Iowa had the lead. They got the lead late, but I want to get your take on this as well, Kason. So these in college, teams get the lead, and then they score too early. So Iowa scores with 151 to go in the game. They just left too much time on the clock. They went for two, didn't get it. So it's 16-15 Iowa.
Mhm.
And then Oregon gets the ball and they kick a 39-yard field goal to win 18-16. They kicked it with 7 seconds to go in the game. So did they leave too much time? You know, it's so they scored and then they just scored too quick.
Yes. So if you're gonna, you're gonna score, make sure like run the ball, get out of bounds. Well, 2 clock, then go in the red zone and just go score a touchdown with less than 30 seconds left. If you don't do that, then it's hard to win in these tight games.
Yeah, that's I was watching it live and when I saw they scored and that's great. And then they were celebrating really into it. I was like, oh, you just left too much time. And then Oregon was able to get the ball down the field and kick the field goal to win. So it's heartbreak for Iowa. That probably gives them 3 losses on the year. Yeah, 3 losses. They're 6-3 now, so they'll go to a good bowl game. They had a good year. So that's about all from that. I thought that was another good game. So I was watching these games throughout the day, and there wasn't like a bunch of like really good games, but there was maybe 2 or 3 games that were really worth watching there at the end. So hopefully there'll be some more next week. There'll be some more good ones. Cal upsets Louisville, so Louisville in a overtime. So this was Cal's a team that's got a few losses, and they went to Louisville and they beat them in overtime. So that's I like to see a smaller team like that come out and beat a team that's ranked. So that was pretty neat.
So that's it was an okay game.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it, but I saw some highlights or clips.
Okay.
And Louisville, I'm not sure if they're ranked, but they'll be ranked much lower now.
Yeah. Yep, I believe they were ranked maybe 15th or 16th, something like that. All right, let me get get your take on this. Indiana kicks a field goal or a touchdown late to beat Penn State in the final second. So they got a 1 foot in touchdown. So can Indiana beat these teams in the South in the playoffs?
They have to play so if they go undefeated, let's say that.
Yep.
And then they meet Ohio State in the Big Ten championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're gonna get blown out. But if they make it even if they lose that game and still go undefeated, just lose one game, 11-1, and they'll make the playoffs. But if they match up against like Bama or any of Texas A&M, Texas Tech, any of those, Georgia, any of those teams, it's gonna be a bad day.
Last week, I had this talk with Casper on the show, and he kind of was saying the same thing. It's like, they're ranked number 2 right now, and at the end of the day, can they come down south and beat these SEC teams that are ranked right there around them? And I think the answer is no. But the good part about this playoff system is they're gonna play, and they're gonna line up, and they're gonna play, and the best team's gonna win. I'd be curious. They got a good coach, and he's always fired up. He's always got a little something to say. So I'd be curious. If he goes somewhere, I figured, I don't know if he'll get a call from a team and want to go elsewhere. I'd be curious on that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about all for that game. Tennessee was off, so they got homecoming this coming up week. So that should be a blowout. Get them back on, get them a win, and let them move on.
Who is it? Like New Mexico State?
Yeah, New Mexico State. So take care of that one, and then Florida, and then they got Vanderbilt.
Okay.
So that's a good way to end the season. Get 2 more wins for Tennessee, and let them go 9-3 and see what shakes out. If teams with that many losses, can they get in the playoffs, you think, Kason, if they got 3 losses?
I mean, they beat Vanderbilt. They could, but they definitely have less than a 5% chance to make it right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. I did see somewhere that some conferences don't want the auto bid, the auto spot in. So like they're basically, some conferences don't want their teams to get locked in, which I kind of like. if you win the conference, I think you deserve a spot in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think that's
What conferences did that?
SEC actually said they don't want an auto bid. I believe that's what I saw.
Well, there's so many good teams in the SEC.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
fine.
kick a good one out just
Yeah,
because they won.
yeah, that's a good point, Jason. I bet that's what they were trying to get to without saying it. That's what they were saying. They because they want all their teams in. And do you think in this playoff system, do you think that all the big names that's got good history are going to get in, and they're going to leave out some smaller schools or schools that don't have the history?
Well, yeah. Well, it depends on the committee. The committee don't like your team, not gonna get in.
Yeah, I agree with
Um,
that.
I want Memphis to get in. They've lost 2 games, and they have a 13% chance. So go Memphis Cougars or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's unfortunate that the smaller schools that don't get all the love, they might just lose 2 games, 1 or 2 games, but then they get left out, and then they want to wonder why. But then you got all these big schools that take over. So I was want, yeah, that's a good take on that. I like that. I was curious what you were going to think about that. I guess that about wraps up the college football. Anything else that you saw or heard?
Uh, no, not really.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, that sounds good. Well, we're going to move on to the NFL. I'm going to let you. So I'm going to sit back here and I'm going to let you talk about the game from last week. Yeah,
Oh, the
that you went
Titans
to. Yeah,
game.
Titans game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
go
I
ahead.
got this hat
Okay.
I'm wearing. Got for free
Oh yeah,
for
I like.
making a field goal,
Okay.
and then also won a towel
Okay.
since there was a throwing competition. I didn't win it, but they still gave me one.
Okay.
That was good.
Okay.
But Titans, there's 0 offense. Our defense got a pick 6, and there was a punt return touchdown.
Okay.
That's about all that happened.
So team wise, was it a good effort you thought by the team that you saw, or
Offense, no. Defense, we tried. Special teams was good, but no one really cares about them. But
so
we got a
what?
touchdown.
Yeah, there you go. What
That was
players
good.
are they going to need next year to get this team turned around?
Yes. Maybe not next year, but the next 3, 4, 5 years, maybe. Get us receivers, a better running back, better D linemen, and some better cornerbacks. And we should be good.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious on what players we were going to need here in the future with this draft and also the drafts coming up the next couple of years to get this program. I feel like it's getting a new stadium. I feel like the fan base is there.
Yeah.
Because they were good just a couple of years ago and whatnot, and then just like after maybe 2022 and on, it just kind of it went downhill. Thumbs down for sure.
Well, it's because we had Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Ryan Tannehill was really good. Our defense was good. Our team was good.
Right.
We had linemen, linebackers. We had anything. We had everything. We even made it to AFC Championship.
Yeah. Yeah, we
That
sure
beat.
did.
It's like 2019 though.
And yeah. Well, I'm hoping for the best. I think they're gonna get turned around. They got the top quarterback already, so we give him some receivers, give him some good linemen, and maybe get some
Everything.
defensive guys to get this program turned around. That's the plan. All right. The Falcons played the Colts in Germany this morning at 9:30 Eastern time. It was quite the game. The Colts scored first, then here comes the Falcons and they score, and they're gonna go back and forth. Goes to overtime, 25-25 in overtime. I was glad somebody scored because in the in the in the
NFL.
league NFL.
They'll just call it a tie, and it's stupid.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Because it makes the playoffs weird. You give it to a team with no tie or with a tie.
Yeah, I don't like it when they tie. So I think it happened once this year already with some other teams. So that's anyway. So the Colts go out and score. So the Falcons went down the field.
Jonathan Taylor went off.
Yeah, yeah.
He
So
had 3 touchdowns and 240 something yards.
okay,
He was on my fantasy football
okay,
team. He had
okay.
50 points.
Oh wow, that's going off right there.
Yep.
It was kind of it was kind of a cool scene to watch on TV over there in Germany. It was pretty dark, and it was kind of like a foggy, or maybe they just got bad pollution. But it they would zoom out at times during the game, and it was definitely different than
Yeah.
here in the U.S. I think it was at 3:30 their time is when it started. I believe that's what the
Crazy.
broadcast was saying. It was a good it was a good show. They done a good job with the calling the game and kind of giving some good facts of the stadium that it was getting played in and whatnot. That there was 72,000 fans there. And I thought
That's,
what was pretty unique was all the fans were wearing like black color, like it was black or like dark colors.
huh.
So
I
instead of
didn't know
seeing
that.
like bright colors like a jersey or whatnot, it was unique to see. It was they weren't wearing bright colors, but it was packed. I mean, and I saw next week they're playing the game in it's somewhere. It's not
Berlin or something like
is it
that.
Berlin and
Somewhere
oh
in Germany.
yeah, so that's pretty unique. And with the NFL going over there, I'm fine with
I
it.
don't really like it though.
Okay,
It's still early. I wake up, they're right in the second quarter.
it is early. I caught most of it, but yeah, they're trying something different, and the fans over there seem to like it. I mean,
Yep.
it was packed today. It was sold out. Looked like today. Um, so it's something different, and I guess my take on that is I'm okay with it as long as the stands look full. Then play them over there, but just play a couple. Maybe just play 3 or 4, maybe
Yeah, they
3.
do it like every single week.
They've already done one, and then they had that one day, and then they got one next week, and just I feel like it's getting a little carried away. Keep it in the U.S. and then maybe just
Yeah.
a couple times take it across the pond and go over there elsewhere. But that's my take on that. I watched some of the Patriots and the Bucks 1 o'clock start. Bucks score early. It started to rain early on. Patriots
Mm-hmm.
came back. And the Patriots got the win 28-23. So the Patriots are what 8-2, something like that. So there could be a top team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think them and the Colts are doing really good. And
Yeah.
Drake May,
Yeah.
he's doing good.
Yep. I picked the Colts to cover the spread. So it was a 6.5 was the spread for the game today, and they won by 6. So Casper got the pick on that one.
You're close.
That was close. I was,
Yeah.
I was hoping they'd get 7, but I was close. That's all good. All right, this is part. I'm gonna let you take over this part. We're gonna do a start, bench, and cut on some players. So I'm gonna let you talk about this part, and I'll give you my take on it.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So the players. Oh, okay. It was quarterback.
Yep.
Josh Allen.
Yep.
What are the
Baker
Jared
Mayfield.
Allen,
Yeah, Jared Allen.
Jared Goff,
Yeah,
and
Jared
Baker
Goff.
Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. Yep.
What would you do?
So my start would be Baker Mayfield.
Ooh, okay.
My bench would be Josh Allen, and I would cut
And
Jared Goff.
yeah,
What's yours?
that would be my same.
Okay. So you got the same on that. Okay. I'll let you go first on this one. A Derrick Henry, a Christian McCaffrey, or Saquon Barkley.
Ooh, that's hard. Like this season, I'm starting Christian McCaffrey, benching Saquon. No, I'm cutting Saquon and benching Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Just
So
no. Saquon's haven't had this, as electric season as last year, and I want Derrick Henry to make a comeback since he's a wrecking ball. Bang!
yeah,
He's always hitting people.
I would start Christian McCaffrey. I
Mhm.
would bench Derrick Henry, and I would cut Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley.
That's mine.
Oh, is that yours too? Okay. All right.
Oh,
All right. Wide receivers. Let's just go ahead and jump into this one.
okay.
Jalen Waddle, Jamar
Ooh.
Chase, and Devontae Smith.
Ooh, okay, that's hard. The obvious one is starting Jamar Chase. he had a triple crown last year. He led the league in receiving yards, touchdowns, and receptions. So you gotta start him. Then, I'm benching Jalen Waddle and cutting Devonta Smith.
Oh, really?
It's hard.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
that's hard. It's hard to depend on Jalen Waddle when this quarterback is Tua.
Okay. Yeah. That's yeah. I see what you're saying there. It's kind of hard to judge because some of these are on good teams and some of them aren't. Um.
Yeah, but I think actually I want to switch it. I want to start Devonta Smith
Okay.
and
Okay.
bench or cut Jalen Waddle.
Okay. I will start Jamar Chase.
Yep.
And then I will bench Devonta Smith and I will cut Jalen Waddle.
Oh yeah.
I think that's pretty good. And that's kind of cool to pick the players here for a bench cut start. All that's kind of fun. I like to kind of get different names on your take on who's kind of doing what this year and who's on a good team and who's going to perform well. So that's kind of cool to see. I like that. Anything else for the football wise?
Football. Well,
College or pro?
no, not really. I think
Okay.
I think I got it.
All right, that sounds good to me. All right, college basketball. Friday night, Bryant played Tech. So Georgia Tech takes the win, 74-45.
It's a close one though.
And then
Too close.
Saturday, Northern Kentucky played at Tennessee, 18th ranked Tennessee. That was at 3:00 Saturday afternoon. That was 95-56. The Vols get the win. I hope they're for real this year. I think come January and February they're gonna be good.
Yep.
So
they
Friday
will bring
night,
it into March.
yes, absolutely. Hopefully they come March time. They're in March Madness and ranked.
Make a run.
Make a run. That's the plan. Friday night was Kansas at North Carolina. At halftime, it was all Kansas. It was 37-29. Or yeah. And then here comes UNC coming on strong. I picked a UNC to get the win, and that's exactly what happened. That worked out really good. They really looked good in the second half. It was at Carolina. The fans were really into it.
Yeah.
They're ranked 25th. I feel like it's going to be a pretty good year. Hoping the best for Carolina. They got some good history and they're a good team.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah, he's the man. So Kansas kind of fell apart. It seemed like second half, but Carolina was hitting those shots. Man, hitting the threes. They were hitting good twos. They were dunking. It was a good. And I'm not like super big into college basketball, but that game had a good atmosphere. It had a good vibe, and the home team won. So you know, can't ask for much more than that. They won 87-74. So that was a pretty good game. So on Tuesday night, coming up Tuesday night is Kentucky at Louisville. Two teams ranked there 9th and 11th. So Louisville's 11th, and they're going to host Kentucky, which is ranked 9th. That comes on 8:00 ESPN. That's about being the picks later. It's not. So I'll go ahead and toss out my pick for that just for fun. And I'll get yours just for fun as well. I'll give me Kentucky. They got a good history.
Yeah.
Give me the Wildcats to win that one.
All right. I would also agree with that.
Okay.
I haven't really heard of Louisville for being a basketball team, but they're good.
Yeah.
But I still want to hand it over to Kentucky since they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're always good.
Yeah, they're good. Each year they're always there at the top, and they're always ready to get another win. So that's what I say. They'll get another win Tuesday night. Georgia Tech and Tennessee. They both play some small teams this week. Tech plays on Monday, I believe, and Tennessee's on Wednesday, I do believe. So those should be 2 more wins. So that's about all I got for college basketball. We're gonna go to the NBA. I'm gonna let you talk a little about all the Grizz and your online team you got with your team. Your buddies, your online fantasy. I'll let you talk about that.
Grizzlies, we won. It was at home. It was a close one though.
At the Grizz, yes.
It was 104 to 122.
118 to 104.
It's close.
Mavs got 104 and the Grizz got 118.
So it's a rumor that the
Oh,
Grizzlies' best player, the guy I have my jersey on, is he's gonna request a trade, but he better
ah,
not, cause I'll be mad. Cause I have two jerseys,
ah.
and we're good. And if we just play good, we'll do good.
So
That made no sense, but
I
if
guess in the NBA, those guys also trade around a lot. Is that how it
yeah,
works? Yeah, I
and
guess that.
like there's so many games that there's like 50 something,
Okay, yeah,
and then when it comes to playoff times, it gets serious.
right. Yeah, I guess as they get older, they might get traded a little bit, but I guess it's probably about the money, and they also probably want to play a certain amount and make a certain amount of points and whatnot, and you
Make
know
money.
they get high scoring. These games in the NBA, starting to kind of get to know more of. And they get in the 100s. It seems like every game,
Yeah,
and
it's a low scoring game if it's under 100, which is crazy.
oh man, yeah. So and then the Hawks played the Lakers. It was at the Hawks. That was Saturday night, and the Hawks got the win 122 to 102. So the Lakers, are they going to be for real, or so so what's going on with Braun? Is he getting old, or is he still in his prime, or what's going on with old LeBron James?
Well, the grandpa LeBron James, you know, he's hurt right now, but he'll be
Oh,
back sometime soon. Also, I have a fun fact about LeBron.
okay.
The oldest teammate he ever played with was born in 1969, and the youngest one he ever played with was born in 2004. So,
Old, so he's what? Is he in
like
his?
41,
Okay, I
something
was gonna
like
guess
that.
40s. I believe
Yeah.
it. I mean, he was around when I was like back in the high school days when I'd watch some of it. He was, played for the Cavs, and then he kind of was jumping around to the
He,
Heat, and
and then went back to the
yeah,
Cavs, won a chip, and then went to the Lakers, won a chip, and now he's just kind of slowly aging and kind of. But it's not a straight shot. It's slowly going down.
okay. So I guess his age is gonna catch up with him, and his kid plays on the same team. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Uh huh.
So was that
So
planned? Do you
hopefully
think?
he's just as good, but
Okay. Okay.
there
So
might not be two back-to-back generational talents.
okay. So I was just about to ask you: is he gonna be as good or better than LeBron?
It's hard to be better than someone with four rings, like four MVPs, 19 all. It's hard,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it is LeBron's kid, and you know, Bronny is kind of short though,
Oh, is he?
6'2".
Okay. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
I don't
So
know, but
that's kind of cool that they're on the same team. I guess it was probably planned. Do you think? Was it kind of planned that way? Like they
yeah,
were get kind of a storyline behind it and get them play
yeah,
together. Then play for a couple years together, and then he'll retire, and then he'll be and hopefully he'd be the next
he'll
big
be the
name.
next franchise guy.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say that's probably the plan. That makes sense. All right, NBA. I guess that about wraps that up. You got anything else on the NBA you want to talk about?
Nope. I hope I go to a game this year though. That's
Okay,
it.
yeah, to let your parents know about that. Maybe they get you to another Grizz game, Grizz Hawks, or something like that. Go back to that one again. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a little hockey real quick. So Saturday afternoon, the Stars play at the Preds. The Stars got the win 5-4 in Nashville. So that was Saturday afternoon. No, I didn't watch any of it. I don't know if you watched any of it, but I try to keep up a little bit of hockey, just try to learn a little bit about it. The
I
fights are
try.
always good.
Yeah. So I want the Preds to win. I went to one of their games a couple
Yeah.
years ago, and I followed them on ESPN. So
Okay.
sometimes I see the scores of the games.
Yeah.
Also got a news thing. Some guy scored 900 goals in his career and set a record.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I think.
That's a good fact. I like that. That's good. That's a good fact you got there.
It was this year, I think.
This year,
And
okay.
that's about all I know.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not a pro.
Not fair on that. I understand that. All right, well, we're doing good on time. We're going to go ahead and get to picks of the weekend.
Okay.
Next Sunday, Texans at the Titans. We're going to pick the spread. So the spread right now is 3 points to the Texans. So will the Texans win by 3 or more, or will the Titans keep it close?
Texans are gonna win by 3 or more.
Okay. Man, yeah, that's hard to that
I hate
spread.
picking against the Titans, but
Yeah, I say the Texans will cover that spread no problem and win big. Next Saturday, 7:30, I believe, on ABC is Texas at Georgia. The spread is
ooh,
6.5 right now. Georgia's got the spread. So what do you think? Do you think it's going to be about a touchdown game, or is it going to be closer?
it's gonna be a maybe 3 point. This game could go anywhere. So I'm taking a four. No, not four. I'm gonna take a 6 point thing
Okay.
for Georgia. But
Okay.
I
So
want Texas to win.
okay. So I'm going to say Texas is going to come in there. They're going to quiet the crowd a little bit, and Texas is going to come in there and keep it close. I say Texas probably not going to win, but they're going to only lose by a field goal. I say Texas is going to come in there and keep it close, and the spread's going to go my way on that. And hey, that's my take on that. All right, Grizzly. We got the Grizz at the Knicks Tuesday night. Pick the winner. Who you got?
I got Grizzlies.
That's exactly what I was thinking. All right.
That's I'll pick them every time till they lose, which
Okay.
they probably have.
Okay.
But
See
as
the
long as
Knicks.
the people on my fantasy team go off, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. So with that, it's all about the players. It's not about the
Yeah.
team winning. It's about the players winning on the point wise. That makes sense. I guess I'll go with the Knicks. I don't know a lot about the Knicks.
They do
But
have some good players
do they have some
though.
good
So
players? Okay, I'll go with the Knicks. Give me the Knicks to win Tuesday night. All right. You got anything else, Casey, you want to bring up about some fantasy or anything you saw over the weekend or anything like that?
I'm 2-1 in fantasy
Okay.
basketball,
Okay.
and I'm 5-4 in fantasy football.
Okay. So you're
Like
coming
that.
up to it's almost over with, getting close to getting over with the playoffs
hmm
starting soon, or for the season's over with. It's coming up soon, and then you got the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So season finishes week 13.
Okay.
Then through week 13 to week 17 is the playoffs.
Okay. So that's coming up soon. That's always fun to do with some friends and friends or family or both or whatnot that's in your league.
Yep.
That's always a lot of fun. I don't have a whole lot more
No.
team game wise or anything over the weekend. I got some stickers. I got one to you already, Kason. So I got some stickers available. If y'all want one, please let me know. I will get it in the mail to you. I will take it to your house. Whatever I gotta do. I got some buttons as well for y'all to put somewhere.
Oh.
I'm starting to see them at work on toolboxes and on lunch boxes, stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to see my product out there.
Oh yeah.
Got any fan mail for any kind of questions y'all got for me? Send them to me. Send them to Seth. Send them to Casper. And we will get these things answered. Thanks for coming on the show, Case, and I really appreciate your time. That was some
Yep.
good insight. And yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for coming on, and thanks for watching, everybody. I like to see people watching these shows, and it means a lot to me to see the views up there and get people watching these things. So thank you for watching. And with that, we covered everything. And with that, we're going to say, see you.
See you later.
See you later.